Hello, who's there?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
It's Merritt.
Hi, Merritt. How are you doing today?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, just gonna take it slow.
Yeah, definitely. Where did you go camping?
Oh, I went to Lake Red Rock.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it's the largest lake in Iowa. I had no idea. And it's
Yeah, cool.
yep,
It's
pretty
probably good timing, like in terms of the weather.
yeah, the weather was great.
Yeah.
Most of the campsites are actually closed. So where we stayed was
Oh,
services at all. So
cool.
that's fun.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna finish getting set up and we can get started. And Whitney's coming too at some point. She's gonna teach with me. Let's see. Okay. Were you able to get one of those rubber band things? All right. We'll just start in a seated position. Sit up on a pillow, or a folded blanket. Find a nice tall spine, closing the eyes. Starting to shift your attention inside. Just noticing how your body's feeling this morning. morning. It's us and Merritt has joined us.
Yay!
We might have more people, but I can't tell from here.
Awesome. We're doing a little self-massage.
Well, I haven't started guiding that yet, but it feels really good. So if you want to go ahead and just start to wake up your body wherever you feel like you need a little bit of attention. Right now, my low back and hip are kind of sore, so I'm just going to kind of dig my thumb, or you can use your knuckles to just kind of get in and say hello to those spots that need just a little bit of touch and attention. Moving up the hips a little bit. And I'll massage the
Hi. Morning.
good morning.
Good morning.
The soles of the feet. Just kind of getting into some of the fleshy parts of the soles of the feet, the pads of each toe. I like to even grab onto the bony part of the metatarsal, so the joint of the toes, and kind of hold on to the one next to it and then just shift them a little bit forward and back. So just kind of warming up in between the toes. Kind of move down, shift to the next toe down. Our feet don't get enough attention. They do so much work for us. Starting by waking them up, giving them some attention. You can even just a little too loud. You can even just kind of dig into a spot and then move your foot, if you can see what I'm doing. So instead of moving and pushing my thumb in, I'm just finding a spot and then moving my foot around that spot.
Super tight right there.
Yeah.
Ankle.
Yes, there's a lot of tendons that come right in there. You can get into kind of underneath this medial malleolus, so this inner kind of bony part. And here, again, moving the ankle, you can find like ankle circles, flexing and pointing. Maybe pull the toes back, get a little stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Push them forward, being gentle, but getting a nice little stretch. Do some ankle circles. Pushing it out on the other side. Just kind of exploring the sole of the foot. If you find a good spot, you can stay there for a little while. Kind of going between really manually pushing with your thumbs, and then that other technique of holding a spot and then moving your foot around it. And then keeping that kind of inner attention, just noticing how this little self-massage is affecting the way the rest of your body feels, even though we're just doing this one part. Just focusing on the feet.
Well, my right foot feels so much better than my left. Now that we've worked on it.
You can get in between the toes again. This feels better. Getting into the ankle also, the Achilles area. And we're giving a little pull back into this flexion position. Breathing. And moving into a point, just pulling gently on the toes. Some ankle circles. Very nice, good. And then just any other little spots. I'm going to get up into the shoulders a little bit so you can kind of grab and pinch these upper trapezius muscles that run along the top of the shoulder, tend to get really tight. And even working your fingers up the neck towards the base of the skull. And then you can do the same thing where you find a spot, might put a little pressure with the fingers and then just move the head around that area. You can keep shifting your fingers, finding new spots that need some attention. Turning my head side to side a little bit. Getting into the jaw. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, just bring them back down slowly. Kind of flex up the wrists as you do that. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, flexing up the wrists, so they're pressing out to the side as you come down. And reach it up. I just spread my fingers out really wide. Finding a little stretching in the arms as you do this. Goes over to one side, getting a big side stretch, reaching the hand up and away from the hip. Breathing into the side body. Then inhale, reach it up. And exhale over to the second side, pressing into the palm. Reaching that hip into the ground. And then the fingers up and away. Send the breath into the side ribs. Good. Came back up to center, reach both hands up. Exhale, really gentle twist through the side. Nothing big. Nice long posture for the torso, and then rotating from the center of the belly. Keeping the shoulders stacked, so you're not leaning back into the back hand. Bring back to the center, reach those arms up, and then rotate to the second side. Breathing. And gently coming back to center, we'll remove the blanket, come to all fours. Shoulders over the wrists, knees over, hips over the knees. Spread the fingers wide. Good, just finding this nice supported spine here to begin with. Find a little bit of engagement in the lower abdomen. You can use that breath to try to find that TVA engagement, transverse abdominis, really supporting the spine. Moving with the breath now through cat and cow. Inhale, reach the head and tail up. Good, exhale, rounding up, especially through the shoulder blades. Nicely. Good. As you inhale, really focus on the upper spine, so not so much lower back. So reach the fiats, the sternum forward. Beautiful. Good. Don't want to overdo the arch in the low back. Exhale, rounding up. Inhale, open the front of the body. Exhale, rounding up. Good. Finding circles now with the rib cage. Moving to the right. Maybe that extension to the side and up. Just like a cat stretching, yawning, waking up your body. Making it feel good. Whatever movements your body wants to do to wake up. Find some mobility and lubrication in the joints of the spine and shoulder and hips. Moving to child's pose, moving up, spending a few breaths, really waking up here. Good, let's all come back to child's pose. Hips reach towards the heels, release the forehead down. Spread the fingers out to press into the palms to lift the forearms. Good, take 3 slow breaths here. Good, we'll inhale and rise up, coming to all fours again. Let's go ahead and go back to down dog right away. So tuck the toes, press into the hands, reach the hips up and back. You can walk the legs out at a time. Then we'll inhale, come forward to plank, stack the shoulders over the wrists, come onto the balls of the feet. You might have to walk your feet a little towards your hands, and then press back through the heels so the legs are active. Pull the belly in towards the spine, press the floor away. Take a deep inhale here, and exhale, keep holding. Inhale again, and exhale. Good. Either working on the hands or you can drop the shins down. Either way, keep the core engaged and then slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Good. Press into the tops of the feet. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Lift into baby cobra. Nice long neck. One more inhale, exhale, lower down, press into the hands back to child's pose. Okay. You can shift the hips side to side a little bit, getting into the outside of the hips. Good, come up to all fours again. If you want to place something under your shins, like a blanket, or you can place the blanket underneath the bottom part of the palm for a little bit of support. Or you can do no props. So just taking care of your joints, whatever you need to stay at all fours comfortably. Good. Start with that TBA engagement. So find that core connection, supporting the spine. Keep the hips steady as you extend the left leg back. Flex through the palm. Flex through the ankle. Whatever that. I got it. Just flex. Just flex. Good. Keep pushing the floor away so we're not sinking in the shoulders. Good. Just finding your balance here. You can keep. You can just stay here, or if you want to reach the right arm forward, challenge your balance a little bit more. Good, keep finding that core connection. Try to keep it out of the low back. Good, one more inhale here. Exhale, elbow and knee come together underneath you. Good, inhale, extend everything out. Exhale, elbow and knee. Inhale, extending out, moving nice and smoothly, like you're moving through liquid. A little bit of resistance as you go from one position to the next. Nice, good.
Friday.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Good. One more time. hand comes down. And we're just gonna lower and lift that back leg. Keep the pelvis still. So really isolating. Back of the left leg. And you're gonna feel the outside of the right hip, the support leg, working pretty hard as well. Good. Good. You can always do this whole series down on the forearms. You just have to do extra work in the front of the abdomen to keep the pelvis from doing a whole big movement. But if your wrists bother you, this is a good alternative. Good. We're going to bend the knee and press little pulses, sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. Keep the belly working. Try to keep the low back quiet. Breathing here. You can do this as slowly as you want to. It doesn't have to be a fast movement. And it can be really small also. There it is. Good. We're going to externally rotate now. And then just lift the knee a little bit. Keep breathing. Good. Extend the leg, and we're going to tuck the knee behind the body. And then extend up on a high diagonal. As you extend the leg out, you really need to engage the core a little stronger, having that grab. Good, you can do this on the forearms too. Your wrists are bothering you. It's a little bit more awkward. It can be done. Last one.
Still there's like that cold weather. Put your body into warm.
Step the left leg forward. Into the lunge. You can find your blocks if you have them. Just coming forward a little bit and then back. We're not bouncing, but we're just kind of easing our way into the stretch. Yeah, and blanket under the back knee is really nice here. When you're ready, you can just stay forward in the lunge. I like to, especially the first lunge that I do of the day, to just rotate the hips a little bit side to side. Like a little bit of movement here. Okay. You're ready to reach the arms up. Breathing. Place a hand on the blocks again. Send the hips back. Walk the left foot forward. And flex the foot. I like to internally and externally rotate the front leg. And shift the hips. Also, just feeling the different bands of the hamstrings.
So love it.
Good. Inhale, shift back to your lunge. And then one more time, shift back. Extend the leg. Let's do that one more time, actually. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. Good. Come forward again. Come into the lunge. Tuck the back toes under. Extend the back knee off the ground. Plant into the right hand. Grab your right ribs. Rotate through the center of the body. And reach that left hand up. Stack the left shoulder over the right. The disc ball spinning. I know. The left hand comes down, it's time to block, so set the back foot in, coming through pyramid pose. And really draw the left hip back. Good. Thinking about rotating the pelvis forward. Yeah, so reaching the sits bones away from the heel. Really lengthening the hamstrings. You can find a little rotation here also, just kind of wagging the tail of it. Good, you can stay here or press into the right hand. I like to use a block, especially the first one. You can grab the right rib and a little rotation. You can place the left hand on the left hip. Just really focusing on that rotation and feeling really stable and grounded through the legs. So my legs aren't passive here. I'm really pressing into both feet, almost like you're trying to split the mat apart. It'll help ground and stabilize the pose. Good. Once you can rotate and stack the top shoulder over the left, then you can reach the hand up. But there's no need to reach the hand up until you get to that position of you're already open and facing the side. It's really just an embellishment. Good. Coming back down. Coming back to the lunge. Go back to down dog. Bring the legs out. Good. Press into both hands, reach the right leg up. Open the hips a little bit. Bend the knee if you want to. Good. From here, we'll find some circles with the knees. So drawing circles, they can be small. Keep pressing into the right hand. Breathe in here. Good. One more in this direction, and then do the other direction. Send the leg all the way up. Inhale, shift forward, move towards the right shoulder. Good. Inhale, extending up. Shifting forward again, knee towards the chest. Shoulders over the wrist. Keep the foot off the ground. Good. Extending again. And then twisting through the body, knee towards the opposite shoulder. Good. Holding here for a second. You can kick that leg out to the side. Coming into a little side plank with the right leg forward. So you can also practice this pose with the bottom shin down for support, or you can come into a more traditional side plank. Good, big inhale here. Exhale, place the left hand down, coming back to down dog. Good. Left leg reaches up. Make a big stretch. Finding those circles on the left side. You can start in either direction. Good, so you can relax the neck or shoulders a little bit more. Then moving in the other direction now. Again, these can be smaller circles. Good, inhale, reach the left leg up. Exhale, shift forward, knee towards the left shoulder. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, shift forward, knee to chest. Holding as we hover. And inhale back. Good, knee towards the opposite shoulder. Twisting, hover here for a moment. Good, kick the left leg out to the side, rotate onto this inside edge. The right foot, and then reach the right arm up. Again, there are different options here for the side plank. Good, big inhale here. Exhale, right hand comes down, step to plank. This time you can always work on the shins in plank. You don't have to come all the way up into the full plank. Good, inhale here. You can work in forearms also. We're going to lift the left leg off the ground and down. Right leg up and down. Left leg up and down. Right leg. Keep going. Left. Down. Good. Find that TVA connection. Four more.
So good. Yum.
Last two. And one. Good. Knees down, child's pose.
Ooh, nothing like warmness of a cold bed.
This helps you wake up, yeah. Good. Resting in child's pose for a few breaths. And we'll inhale, come back up to all fours. Placing a blanket under the shins, something under the wrists. However, you need to make this more comfortable so you're not straining. So you're gonna do the other side. Woo! All fours. Right. Good. So coming back to all fours, finding that TVA connection, supporting the spine. Really press the floor away. So spread the shoulder blades away from one another. Good. And we're going to kick the right leg back this time. Flex through the ankle. Really establishing a long line from the tailbone to the top of the head. And then just really feeling the back of that right hamstring working. Good, you can stay here or reach the left arm forward. So there's always the option to just keep the left hand on the ground and just keep focusing on pressing through the sole of the back foot, really lifting from that upper part of the right hamstring. Good, inhale. Exhale, elbow and knee come together underneath you. Good. If you're only working with the leg, you can do the same thing just with the back leg. Trying to really focus on pulling the knee in. And then as you extend, try to keep the low back quiet, so not moving. Good. Exhale as you bring the elbow and knee together. Inhale, moving through a little bit of resistance as you extend. So really pairing your breath and movement together. One more round. Good, keep the right leg lifted, plant the left hand down. Good, really feel from the back heel all the way through the top of the head, connected. Keep the low back quiet as you drop the toes down, tap them on the ground, and then just lift the leg back up. Good. Nice, steady, controlled movements, up and down. Good, working on the forearms, or the hands. One version isn't better than the other. It's just working with your body, kind of finding your edge today, and also protecting your joints. You don't want to push through pain ever. Good. Keep the leg extended, bend at the knee, sole of the presses towards the ceiling. Really small pulses. Really controlled, really targeting the very top of the hamstring and the glutes.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So nice supporting side.
Yeah, and I feel it here too. The knee up. Again, try to keep that little diamond shape.
Woo! Love it. Fun to feel.
Good. Cross the knees on that left. High diagonal. You really brace the belly, pull the belly in, find that TVA connection. Back behind you again, resting elbows. And shifting a little bit side to side. Good. Inhale, coming up, we're going to step forward into our lunge. Right leg forward. So we can do
Yeah, this is good.
your blocks. Kind of ease your way in, forward and back.
Yeah, we definitely need to do that. Ooh.
Good. You can also explore a little side to side, so rotating the hips. And I'm really pressing a lot into the blocks to take the weight out of the back knee. Think about lifting your wrist up and off the hip. Good. Hands coming down to the blocks. Send the hips back, walk the right heel forward. Again, finding a little bit of movement, maybe wagging the tail, internally and externally rotating the front leg.
And then about standing with me, this is amazing. So getting into the back.
Good. Inhale forward to lunge and exhale back. Okay, tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee off the ground. We'll plant it to the left hand. You can also do this on a walk. Grab the left rib with the right hand. Rotate through the belly. Again, you can just place the hand on the hip or reach it up. Okay, you can even place the palm of the hand forward on the block. For a little bit less flexion there. Good, right hand comes down. Behind your other block. Step to be a little closer together. Coming into pyramid pose. Draw the right hip back. And then again, really press into the feet here. So not only the blanket with me. So the legs are super active here. They're not passive. Press into the feet away from one another. And you're trying to split them out. It's really solid.
They're like straight here.
Yeah. I mean, really, actually, you can feel that. You can look at that a little bit more. Rounding to the left hand. Find a left rib cage with the right hand. And then pull it around, rotate. Place the right hand on the right hip. Good. Keep rotating to the center of the body. You want to push the right arm up.
Well, that's the thing about it. With a mat, straight legs.
Rotate back to center. Sit back. Down dog. Reach the sitting bone up and back. So let's set the right leg forward and then rotate the feet to the long edge of the mat. Just coming into a wide-legged forward bend. Again, thinking of letting the pelvis spill forward as you come forward into the forward bend.
Sure. Okay, we got it.
Good. The legs are actually active here also, so that same feeling is pressing away from each other. So press the feet out to the sides.
And then rotation.
Yeah. Internal rotation works here. Good. Coming to a flat back. So press into the left hand block. Find that same rotation. So the arm again here is just kind of not necessary. So you can just place the right hand on the right hip with the sacrum. Good. Switching sides, plant the right hand down. Rotate through the center.
Haircut.
Good. Coming back down, you can walk the hands forward. This makes like a wide-legged down dog. Good. Step the feet together, coming into child's pose. Good. We're going to take a really quick water break. And then we're going to come on to our backs. Right back.
Oh, I'm loving this. I don't know about you guys out there. So nice. So if you want to take a break, if you have a block at home where you can roll the towel, I'm going to come into fish pose with my upper back super tight. You know, you can kind of play with it. There's one for your head and one just underneath the bra line. You can just roll back on your elbow, just hitting your bra line and open your chest and just leg. This is, and the upper back is really tight. It helps so much to just open your chest. You can let the legs hang down, close the eyes. I'm just going to show you your tape. Just throw your sacrum melting down. I brought them into a fish pose. Okay. To rest while we wait for you. Put a block on my bra line and a block on my head. So good for your, yeah, so good for anxiety, questions, open up your chest.
Good. Take one more big inhale here, really opening the chest up. Good. As you're ready for the bend the knees and place the feet on the ground. And then press into the forearms or the elbows. To support yourself as you come up. And then we're going to come onto the back. Put the knees into the chest, rock a little bit side to side. Massaging the lower back a little bit. Good. And then place one hand on either knee and bring the knees so that they're actually over the hips. Just relaxing the weight of the legs into the low back.
It's hard not to like lying around with music.
This is just relax now. And then finding circles with the knees. So it can be really small.
I love that feeling of like holding my legs with my hands. So nice.
extend the left leg long, pull the right leg towards the chest. And it's a nice contraction in the front of the right hip. Side. Good, bring both knees in again. Good, from here, we're gonna come and roll into the side, left or right side. If you have a band, we're not gonna use it quite yet, but we will use it in a little bit. You can have that nearby. You don't have to have a band to do this exercise. So on the side of the body, you can support the head with the hand if you want to, or you can lie down, either way. The bottom leg is gonna come forward, my shin is parallel with the side of my mat, and then you have to kind of shift your hip so that you can rotate forward. So I'm really drawing the right hip forward, and then you can rest on the right forearm in front of you. Internally rotate the back leg, and then extend, reach the heel back behind you a little bit. We're just gonna lift and lower. Again, these can be small movements. If you really internally rotate the leg, you probably won't be able to go very far. So we're just really targeting the outside. That's it. So nice.
I'm like shaking already. It's so good.
Just keep going here. Keep rotating the hip forward. Good. 4 more. Good. We'll bring the knees together. So shins come together. You can bend that hip a little bit further. And then you're going to sneak the right knee beyond the left. So my right knee is actually hanging forward of my left knee. And then for this one, you can come and relax the head down. Right hand is just out here for support. And then we're just going to lift the right knee and then bring it back down. Just making sure they can see us. Try to tell.
Getting it down.
I'm gonna bring you guys closer so you can see us better on the ground.
We used to call this clams.
It's clamshells, exactly.
So yummy.
So this is the one that you can add if you want to. You can add that rubber band
Around.
That's how we're gonna do that.
But it's just gonna make it a little bit harder. So if you're already feeling,
Add more resistance.
if you're using the strap, you can just bring it onto the thighs. All right, here we go. Oh, and down. Up, and down. Keep the top knee forward of the bottom one.
Wow, I never heard that direction. Keep it forward. That's so cool.
Good, now you can flex and rotate on the heels. Forward.
Are obsessed with our 80-year-old video.
If you haven't seen it yet, we made a really great 80s aerobics video yesterday.
Stars right here.
The link is on Instagram in our
latest post, I believe.
So we did
You're definitely watching some good laughs.
yeah.
Good. You can release this, and then let's just step the right leg forward, and let's just work the inner thigh. Why not? Lift the heel. Really lifting from the inner thigh here, the inner part of the foot. Up and down, nice and controlled movements. Really squeezing as you lift the leg. Good. My leg keeps wanting to come forward. Gotta keep it in line with the body. Four more. Feeling it, Whitney?
Oh yeah, I'm having it help a lot.
Okay. Flip on over to the other side. With or without the rubber band?
And that's with no equipment, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Okay, you really don't need the band.
yeah.
Actually, no band today.
Oh.
Good. So bottom leg, bend at the hip, shin parallel in line with the mat, and then rotate the hips forward. And then you can rest on that forearm forward. So I'm kind of letting my shoulder drop forward also. Internally rotate, so really lifting. Yeah, it's almost like a twist. Really lifting from that back heel. Keep pressing it back behind you too. So really extending the hip back. My leg isn't forward at all. It's not even right underneath me. I'm pressing the heel back.
Interesting.
This is the acoustic. I don't know if you guys can hear, but we have a little acoustic version of Justin Bieber going on. Very soothing. Okay, now with the strap, or no strap, doesn't matter. Still get the same kind of work, a little bit more burn. Good. So shins together, bend at the hips 90 degrees, and then bring that knee forward. So top knee forward. Good. Keeping the feet pointed at first. It helps to kind of lean forward still with the chest to keep that top leg a little bit forward at the bottom. Just opening and closing. Pretty traditional Pilates exercise. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it.
Mm-hmm. You always do it on the other side, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, you can flex now. Keep the knee forward. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm feeling it.
Heels together.
You wouldn't think that little shift would do anything.
Definitely helps to keep your hips a little more like stacked.
Yeah,
So you're not like rocking back.
exactly. Yeah, you don't want to move the hips as you open and close. Last one.
Yummy.
Good. We'll step the top foot forward now. Extend the bottom leg. And look down and try to keep the leg in line with the torso. And then we're just lifting. So again, trying to stay on the side of the hip. So we're not rocking back or too far forward.
Are you kind of like in straight parallel?
Yeah, definitely parallel, toes forward, and then the inner thigh is just going straight up to the ceiling.
You guys only watch TV.
Yeah. I used to
All
do
day
this
long.
all the time. When I was
All day long.
Good, release. Good, I think it's 10, so if you have to go, that's fine, but we're gonna
Gosh,
do.
what is those 20 minutes stuff? I was like, just looked at the clock.
If you want to do this last thing with us, we're just gonna move into a bridge pose. So lying down, block between the thighs, it's close to the hips.
Blocks between the thighs. Just live with the blocks. Never take that.
Good, press into the feet, lift the hips up, squeezing the thighs into the block. Ooh. You really think about pressing into the heels. Really activate the backs of the legs. Breathing here. Good. Lower down and then right back up. Moving up and down. Into bridge and then down. So the block helps us keep the adductors engaged so we don't externally rotate the hips. You want to keep the thighs parallel.
I got like a tight psoas,
Yeah.
for some reason. Like grabbing a little bit.
Yeah, you definitely want to do a lot of like hip flexor stretching before back bends.
Like the lunge.
So you might need a little more lunging. Yeah. Good. You just do some windshield wipers. Side to side. Good. Whitney was saying that she needs a little bit more psoas stretch. I was going to show you one good way to do that. You can do it on the knees or standing. I'll do it on the shins. So basically moving into a lunge, we're going to keep the hips stacked over the back knee, tuck the tail of the lunger, and interlake our feet a little bit. And just look at the front of the hips and then you just bring it up and over. And so you should feel great in the psoas. Little internal rotation to the back foot.
Oh, yeah. Internal rotation really helps. Woo!
Inside bend.
She's a healer. Oh.
Yeah, so to stretch the psoas in particular, to stretch any muscle, you need to take it into the position that's like the opposite of the action that it does. So psoas flexes the hips and does a little bit of external rotation. To just stretch it, you need to take it into extension and internal rotation. Good, and lifting the fronts of the hips. And then find that side bend. So you're reaching the arm up and over away from the back leg. Keep lifting the fronts of the hips up. Yes. Good. All right. So thank you for joining us. Maybe we'll do like one restorative pose, so just chill.
Yeah.
And you guys can do that, or you can take off. Yeah. Let's do that supported child's pose. If you don't have any props at home, you can just lie down in Shavasana. But we're gonna do,
Put some towels.
yeah, you can use towels, you can use big pillows off of your couch.
I'm gonna pass out. I woke up too early. And then I started rearranging my living room.
If you have some kind of pillow, you can come forward into a supported child's pose. Any of these.
Thank you.
Put a little extra height up here. It's just us now.
Oh.
I'm gonna turn this off.
Night.
Bye.